They could put it as part of the slide when they talk about it.
Yep, we got that digital version of that. That'd be easy.
Good deal.
The URL is not, like, if Dr. Grant says go to this website, it's 37 characters. It's not gonna like that. It needs to be TPS pre-med, something like that, right? You don't want TPS pre-med dot this when you tell them the website. You want it to be TPS pre-med done, right?
Yeah.
You want it to be simple.
Yeah, I think we ended up agreeing on ProMedica wanted that.
Yeah, so as far as the website, when they say go to our website, you want it to keep it simple. You don't want it some long, big, long website.
No, yeah. Toledo Pre-Med Academy. Pre-Medical Science, but I say pre-med, that's why I give a very short brief so they know exactly. Yep. And that's on the webpage, the front page? Okay,
We're working on it right now.
Good.
Thank you for your patience. We're just gonna do that.
With the men and all, you doing?
How are you?
Good.
You can handle Dr. Drake, it's not me. He can handle it, he's done this a lot.
Okay, they should have been through here already, so the kids should have been through already, so Bob's going to see what's going on. Because I didn't want to have them start and
No,
stop.
I get it, yeah, and then they're walking through whatever.
Correct.
I'm introducing you.
Yep, you're bringing me up, and
Okay.
oh yeah, you're the
I just put
teacher.
myself as an administrator on special assignment.
Yeah.
Because they've been, well, saying until you make it, until you say it, I don't say a word.
Yep.
So that's that way I don't get any,
No, yeah, undersea this school is many of our special projects.
Hi Taria, how are you?
How are you doing, Mr. Ryan? It's good to see you. Congratulations, I know they missing you over there. Yeah, that got to keep moving, right?
Yes, I'm actually about to meet somebody with a donation at the door.
Well, they wanted the bell to go instead of it being during the bell.
No, as soon as
Yeah,
we
you know
can
what?
start, it would, right. What's that? Right, that's.
Yeah, Mr. Ramirez. Yeah, the kids will be doing it at 12:05. Are they
Yeah, they have to come down these hallways and they'll cut through the gym and get in the cafeteria because we have the hallways blocked off. They go through this lot right now. Yeah. So they'll be at this 12:05 lunch. They'll be coming through. And then the initial starts at 12:30, so we should be done right about that. Patty, that's 12:05 if you're counting.
Sorry, Mr. Mendenhall, according to my wife, it's 12:06. I'll give it to you though, Bob.
Not like another window.
Had a good meeting at Old West End
Is
today.
that everybody?
I'm all fired up. Got them ready to get the fly. Ready today. I went back to fly. Well, don't tell them that because then I got how many are coming. Then I got to look hard.
Come on, I'll check with you.
The flyers, yep, I'm picking up 500. I'm ready for that. I think he's still working
Oh,
for
come
the
on, guys,
pre-med
you're good.
flyers.
Come on.
But yeah, he and I are on. I gave him the list.
Okay, so he's waiting for the pre-med one.
Yep. But I know he sent some.
It might be great to put out and have people for the time of it.
Yeah. Yeah, we got to take advantage of this. It's a big day.
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay, we think we're good now, folks. Thank you, everybody. We didn't want to interrupt as we just gotten started, so.
You ready to go, Patty?
Yes.
Good afternoon. My name is Jack Hunter. I am an administrator on special assignment with Toledo Public Schools, and it is my pleasure to introduce the Toledo Public Schools Superintendent, Dr. Romulus Durant.
Good morning. Good morning. It's an exciting day today because again, TPS continued to be innovative, creative, but more importantly, provide opportunity for the youth here in the city of Toledo. As many of you seen in my social media campaign, Macumber 2020, doing what used to be Macumber the old type of way, but doing it in a more 2020 of today. And so every hashtag that I put behind it says taking education to industry. We're a better place for an aerospace academy than the airport. We're better than a natural science tech academy that we'll announce in a few weeks, the Metro Park. Well, we're today a better place for a medical high school than any other place than the hospital. And so we're doing just that, and that's today's announcement that today will be the launch of the Toledo Pre-Med Health and Science Academy. Again, this will run 9th through 12th grade. It will initially start at the inaugural year of freshman class starting next fall, and which will be the first graduate of 2026. Understand the opportunities these students will have here. Medical is the highest employment agency within Northwest Ohio. We are able to educate them here so they can work here. That ultimately keeps kids here. It keeps our talent as well as others, in essence, of graduates to stay here in the city of Toledo as economic revitalization. The opportunities these students will have is as academic advantages as well as financial advantages. If you look at the debt in regard to all students who go through med school, you will see anywhere to $250,000 to $500,000 in debt. Going through this program will delve away in regard to a half to 3/4 of that debt that they could get initially going through TPS for free. So when you look at it, in essence, from 9 through 12, there will be 72 students per seat in regard to each cohort, from freshmen, sophomores, juniors, and seniors. It will start off freshmen only and phase in each year. So next year will be the first year. The year after that, there'll be sophomores, then there'll be a new set of freshmen. But what students will do is that we're taking advantage of both locations. Students will initially start as freshmen right down in this corridor that they're remodeling as we speak. They will graduate out of this facility, which you would call a white coat, to the hospital. So they will spend 2.5 years in the hospital learning within the cultural environment of the medical industry. What better place to learn about medical and medicine than within a hospital within itself? At the same time, being ProMedica, the highest employment agency, they're giving students internships in summers so they could explore these opportunities, but more importantly, have hands-on experiences within this. These students will come to the school to achieve one of two things, or a few, either an associate degree or partially moving into a bachelor's degree. Those students who choose to go the associate route, meaning they graduate with an associate degree, they have the ability to stack credentials. They start off in their junior year with an STNA certification, and they progress to either phlebotomy, pharm tech, biomedical engineering associate degree, as well as health pathway. If a child chooses to go to a 4-year degree, they go into either pre-nursing, pre-medical, or pre-biomedical engineer, or the health pathway. Again, these kids can accomplish not only a high school diploma, but will accomplish up to about half, or even in some cases 3/4 of a pre-med degree that ultimately allows them to match right into medical school within itself. Again, when you're talking about a cost savings of going to med school, as well as other things, these kids have the advantages of not only getting hands-on experience in internships, but the relationship they will build, if you can imagine over the course of a high school years within the element of industry, that these students will ultimately be acclimated to those cultures and have high priority when it comes to hiring status. Again, truly making a difference in essence of the outcomes as well as education. We're excited in regards to our partnership. ProMedica, Mrs. Summerfield, along with Dr. Ostra, have been phenomenal partners, as well as many of their teams. At the same time, University of Toledo, who is providing the medical pathways that these kids will accumulate and have college credit towards. At the same time, our construction industry in regard to Moser and Moser, we appreciate them and the work that they're doing. Mr. Jeffrey, as well as Mr. Kuzmer, we appreciate that. Along with the collaboratives, David Sarah, who is the architect, and then obviously Mrs. Erica Halliday, who is the executive director for our TPS Foundation. But again, when you're talking about having game-changing opportunities, this is one of those, and particularly if you have a child going into the medical industry. You will hear in regard to TPS each year of us launching a new magnet high school. What is a magnet high school? It means it's a school with no boundary lines. Kids come from all over to take advantage of the opportunity. Toledo Early College is an example of a magnet high school. Kids come from all over this region to come to this school. But they come here for engineering, technology, and things that matter. Kids will go there for the medical industry. Kids go to the aviation center for the aerospace, natural science for agriculture, natural science as well as animal science. At the same time, our business academy, which we'll be doing an announcement coming up soon. But again, Toledo has something to be excited about. These are the things that make us TPS proud, the opportunities, the partnership, but more importantly, providing a pathway for kids to pipeline into industry through internship, education, relationships, employment. So we're excited within that, and we're going to move into our partner. In regards, she's done a phenomenal job at ProMedica. And she has helped, in essence, of paving this way in regard to the district and ironing out all the things that need to happen. And so we're going to open the mic up for Kate Sommerfeld. Thank you.
Well, it is a good day in Toledo. I want to say first thank you to Dr. Durant, Toledo Public Schools, Toledo Foundation, and the school board, along with our CEO, Randy Ostra, and our board as well. I think almost 4 years ago, probably 5 years ago, Randy and Dr. Durant started to really vision what would it take to do two things. One, provide an opportunity for students in our public schools to have access to high school medical careers and healthcare pathways. And two, how do we provide opportunities as one of the largest workforce agencies in the community? How do we make sure we start to fill our workforce needs? We have around 40,000 employees, and on any given day, we have hundreds of positions that are open for STNAs, for nursing. Certainly with COVID, it exacerbated our need for workforce. And so almost four or 5 years ago, started to really think about what would be possible. What would it look like to take a high school located very close to the Toledo Hospital and Ebi Children's campus and create an opportunity for high school students from starting at their freshman year to expose them into medical educations, different careers, and ultimately start to have opportunities to see what it would be like to be not only a physician, but a phlebotomy tech, and a lot of our other careers. And so I want to say again, a huge thank you to Toledo Public Schools, to Dr. Durant for your vision. This today does not happen without dreaming big, and again, 4 years later, here we are announcing a public schools. I want to talk a little bit about, again, what the opportunity for students looks like. And so we are in the process, in partnership with TPS, of starting to recruit for the freshman class that will open up next fall. And so what we're looking for, obviously, individuals that have an interest in medical and healthcare careers. There will be, as Dr. Durant mentioned, direct opportunities to hear from our physicians, from our clinicians, from our operations team in the careers that hopefully the students one day will fill. And then as they graduate, end up with different certifications and college credit. And so for us, this is really that pipeline. We're extending what we've done with a lot of our higher ed into the high school. And again, meeting both two-pronged, providing opportunities for our students, really driving economic development, reinvesting in our youth, but ultimately creating a future workforce pipeline that's so critical for ProMedica today. We're excited, again, just to talk about the hospital campus and the proximity. So just across the highway, obviously, we have a very large campus. And so we anticipate our executives being daily here at the high school, being able to share opportunities, really driving innovation and thinking about how we differentiate healthcare long term. You know, healthcare is rapidly changing. I think every day we're seeing different technology and innovation, and this school is going to be the opportunity to create innovation, but also start to inspire our future workforce as well. And so again, I want to say a huge thank you to Dr. Durant for your vision, for your leadership. Again, this doesn't happen without committed CEOs really pushing the needle and asking what's possible. And again, a huge thank you to Toledo Public Schools and then the ProMedica board and executive team as well. With that, I'm going to turn it over back to Jack Hunter to wrap us up. And again, a huge thank you.
Thank you very much, Kate. At this time, we'd like to invite the media up to see the renderings that are what the school is going to look like in the very near future. So at this time, feel free to come up and take pictures and look at what our school will look like in the very near future. Thank you.
One-on-one, maybe?
Yes.
Yeah.